What's up everybody, it's TKE and today we are doing a prospect rebuild. This time it's the Warriors drafting James Wiseman. So basically I'm going to simulate the rest of this NBA season, get into the 2020 draft, select James Wiseman and have him join Steph and Clay and win a championship. But before that, as always, make sure to like and then subscribe to the channel. If you are subscribed and you put in the comment section below that you want to enter the giveaway, you will be entered for a $30 NBAstore.com giveaway when it hit 1,000 subscribers. We're at like 950 something, so shout out to everybody that subscribed. We're almost there. Help me out, I really do appreciate it. Without further ado, let's get into this video. So we finished with 16 wins. The Lakers ended up winning the championship, so we definitely should have good odds to get the #1 pick. And we need to get a top pick so we can select Wiseman. So I'm hoping we can do that. Let's check out the NBA draft lottery. Let's see where our pick actually does fall. I'm sure we're projected 1 or 2. We are projected 1, and we end up going down to 3. Now here's my dilemma. Do I think that we're going to be able to get Wiseman at 3 or not? That's the big thing. We need a new trainer, so we're going to fire this guy and we're going to bring in Trey James. Hopefully he does accept that. And then we need a new assistant GM, so we're going to try and get Abraham Navarro. So we got both of them guys. I'll let them pick a scout for me. I don't care too much about that. Let's go to the draft and let's see if we're going to be able to get Wiseman or if we're going to have to do something else. So we're going to just hope that he's there at 3, and if not, we're going to have to trade for him, and we are going to have to trade with New York for him. So at 3rd overall, we're going to have to select somebody and then trade them for Wiseman. So we'll take LaMelo Ball, and we'll have to trade him for James Wiseman. So we'll do that after the draft is over. So basically all I had to do was I just sent LaMelo for James Wiseman. I just overrode the trade. You know, I just want to start this off easy. I don't want to give up any assets because James Wiseman is going to be on the Warriors with no assets going out, no picks, no anything like that. So I'm just going to make this trade. It's fine. It's just a video. And now we're going to get into free agency and really see what we can do. Qualifying offers, we're going to send it to Damian Lee, and then we'll go into free agency. We're not going to have any money, obviously. Yeah, we have literally like no money. But there are some big contracts I want to get off of. One of which is Andrew Wiggins. So if I throw Wiggins, I throw our 1st round pick. Can I get something good? Tobias Harris, Eric Bledsoe. I need something really good. Spencer Dinwiddie, Michael Porter Jr. That would be something we could flip. Gary Harris, save some money. And this probably won't be a 1-year rebuild, by the way, either. It's going to take a couple seasons, I think. What's Porter Jr.'s contract looking like? Will he be around at least 1 more season? He would be around for next season as well. So I could run him in the G League, run Wiseman in the G League, and then come into next season just firing on all cylinders. I think I'm going to do this one. We're going to flip Gary Harris because he has a big contract as well. Kevin Porter Jr. would be a young player we could bring in as well. Bruno Fernando. I'm looking for young players. Here's a couple picks. I don't want picks. I want young players that are going to develop. Kevin Porter Jr., come to my team. And who else are we going to trade? I want to trade Draymond. Draymond makes a lot of money. We don't have money to keep Draymond around here, so we're going to flip him. They're going to offer me Duncan Robinson and a 1st round pick for Draymond. We got that. We're saving money around here. Not that I really have money to throw at anybody like that, but it is good to have a little bit more money. So Duncan Robinson is going to go to a small forward. He's going to jump up a bit. Can't really afford anybody here in free agency. We can maybe afford JaVale McGee, so we'll throw him a contract. And he is agreeing to come to the team, so that's good. And who else can we afford? J.R. Smith, we'll throw him a contract offer. We'll also throw one to Michael Beasley, probably. And we get Michael Beasley, we get J.R. Smith. That's all we're doing here in free agency. Let's go to player progression. Let's see how these guys are playing. This first season, like I said, it's going to be to send some guys to the G League and just really let them progress. So it should be a lot of fun. Next season, We got our 2 training camps on tap potential. Number 1, I'm going to send it to Kevin Porter Jr. And then I'm also going to send the other one to Michael Porter Jr. So we got the Porter Jr. bros. Maybe we need to go get, I know they're not brothers, but maybe we need to go get Otto Porter too. I don't know if he's a junior, but he's a Porter for sure. So we got those 2. Now let's get out of training camps. Let's get into the season. We're probably going to have to sign some scrubs here to be able to send some people to the G League. So before anything, we're going to sign Isaiah Thomas if we can. We don't really have the money to do that, so we're going to have to go down a little bit and find somebody cheaper. Kenneth Fareed. And I saw Darren Carlson as well. So he's a cheap player we could bring in. Oh, we can only have 15 players. So do we have enough to send some young guys to the G League? Like I said, I want to send Wiseman down there. And I want to send Kevin Porter Jr. there. And I'd like to send Michael Porter Jr. if I can as well. I cannot. So now can I sign another free agent to do that? So it doesn't look like we're going to be able to send Michael Porter Jr. to the G League. But this is what the rotation looks like for this year. JaVale McGee is back in Golden State. Eric Pascal, Michael Porter Jr., Klay Thompson, Steph Curry. And then off the bench we have Looney, Fareed, Beasley, J.R. Smith, and Yogi Ferrell. We're going to run just a 10-man rotation this year, I believe. And I think that's all we're going to do, really. Like, maybe I'll try and flip, like, Smilejek or something like that. So, Smilejek, maybe Yogi, maybe J.R. Smith. Maybe we can get something for them, like a first-round pick or something. I saw Andre Roberson. That wouldn't be bad. Patrick McCaw, the GOAT, and a 2022 first. We'll go with that one. System is probably a balanced system. 4 stars looks to be the best. We're going to be an okay team because we have Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. So we're going to simulate this season. I'll catch you guys at the end of it. So we are just 6 games over 500, which pretty much kind of what I figured. I didn't think we'd be that good. I knew Steph could carry us a bit, but not enough to do any real damage. Giannis did win MVP. LaMelo Ball won Rookie of the Year. Dennis Schroeder won 6th Man. Anthony Davis won Defensive Player. Kristaps won Most Improved. And then Lloyd Pierce actually won Coach of the Year. So the Hawks must have been pretty good. They had 59 wins. Steph makes All-NBA First Team. I'm excited to see what his stats look like. And I don't see any other Warriors on any other team. So let's get into this season's playoffs. Obviously, we made the 4th seed. Wow. I didn't think it would be that high. That would be like 6 or 7. So let's check the stats quick. We have Steph averaging 32 points a game. Klay Thompson, 21. Porter Jr. averaged 18. And then pretty much average stuff from everybody else. These 2 spent the year in the G League, so they will definitely not have any stats. Simulate round 1 against the Pelicans. We're up 1-0, tied 1-1. We're up 3-1 and 4-1. We do win. Now we're going up against Luka Doncic and his 1-seeded Dallas Mavericks. And we lose in 6, 4-2. So let's simulate the rest of the playoffs. Let's see who wins, and then let's get into this offseason and rebuild. The Hawks and Trae Young actually win the finals. Trae won Finals MVP, averaging 30 points, 10 assists per game. That's absolutely ridiculous. These young players in 2K are crazy. I think we still have the Timberwolves draft pick, so let's see where that falls. It is currently projected to be the 14th pick. And it stays at 14, so that totally makes sense. I didn't really expect it to jump up much, if anything. So I'm not really sure if we're going to be using our 14th pick or if we're going to be trading it. So I'll look into some trades. If I find one, I'll let you know. Otherwise, we'll get into drafting with our pick. So I didn't see anything for any trades, so we're here with our pick. And Terrence Clark's still available, so is Caleb Love. We're going to go with Terrence Clark. I think he'll be a good player for us. And we'll get out of this draft. I think we just have a 2nd-round pick left, which I don't really care too much about. Yeah, we're not going to sign our 2nd-round pick, but Terrence Clark is a 77 coming into the league, so that's good to see. Team player options. We're going to accept the $5 million team option on Michael Porter Jr. They wanted to decline that. I'm definitely not going to do that. Kevon Looney declined his player option. That's fine. It'd be nice to have him to trade, but it is what it is. We can probably go over the cap and sign him back if we have to. Kevin Porter Jr., Pascal, and Poole will also be coming back. Qualifying offer will be extended to Duncan Robinson. Hopefully he accepts that and we don't have to pay him much. So there aren't really too many moves we can make here in free agency just because we don't have like any money. So Who can we afford then? We could afford Lou Williams, maybe? Yeah, we'll throw him a contract. Who else could we afford in here? Nerlens Noel, we'll offer him a contract too. And we'll see if we can get them. We got both of them to come to the team. We don't have enough money to sign Nerlens Noel, so that's fine. We'll have to try and bring somebody else back in if we can then. We can offer Looney a contract, so we're going to do that. And he does sign, so we're pretty good in free agency. Let's get out of that. Let's go to player progression. Let's see how good James Wiseman and Kevin Porter Jr. got after being in the G League last year. So Curry's a 96. Wiseman is up to an 88 already before his second season even started. Klay Thompson's an 87. Michael Porter Jr. is up to an 86. Kevin Porter Jr. jumped to an 82, up 6 spots. And Pascal's an 81, Looney's a 78. So the team's pretty decent. We got Lou Williams, who's going to get traded because he's only getting older and his trade value is going down. So we got to get him out the door for sure. So we got 2 training camps again. Untapped potential is going to go to Kevin Porter Jr. again. And then to Terrence Clark, I think. Alright, so we sent those 2. Let's get into this season. Let's see what trades we can make and see if we can make a run at the title only in year 2 and not even have to go into year 3. So the rotation is good. We got Steph, we got Klay, Michael Porter Jr., Eric Pascal. I'd like to upgrade the power forward if we can. Off the bench, we have Kevin Porter Jr., Kevon Looney, Terrence Clark, Jordan Poole, and JaVale McGee. So first thing I wanted to do was trade Lou Williams and see if we can get anything for him. So throw him with like Tony Snell, see if they have any trade value together. And I do see DeLon Wright. We have to throw in a 2022 first round pick though. I don't know if I want to do that. So is there anything else we could do? Bryn Forbes, and we bring in a first round pick. I'll do that one. And I want to see if we can trade. Do we have Smiley still? No, we don't. But we have Kevon Looney, and we have some first round picks. So I want to throw those on and see if we can get anything for Kevon Looney. Kevon Looney can bring us Norman Powell, and we're doing a pick swap, so at least have one of those picks still. Whether it's the better one or the worse one doesn't really matter. And do I want to look into trading Michael Porter Jr. because he's on the last year of his contract? I might. If we can get the right deal for him, I will. So we'll look at throwing him with a couple first-round picks and seeing what we can get. I think we're going to make this trade for Mo Bamba and Killian Hayes. Killian Hayes can maybe run in the G League if we don't want him, or I can throw him as our shooting guard and then run Klay as our small forward. But Bamba's going to run the power forward for us. And Kevin Porter Jr. could probably run small forward, and then we can just have Killian Hayes coming off the bench. So let's go look at the rotation now, see if I think it's good enough to win us a championship. So we got Steph, Klay, Kevin Porter Jr., Mo Bamba, James Wiseman. Off the bench, we have Pascal, Norman Powell, Terrence Clark, and Forbes. So we definitely need to switch Powell to a power forward, I think. Not a power forward, a small forward. And then trade Bryn Forbes and try and get like a backup center or something. So Norman Powell switched to a small forward, stays at an 80 overall. And now we want to try and trade Jordan Poole with Bryn Forbes. See what they can get us with a first-round pick. And hopefully it's something decent. A backup center, Chris Boucher would be a good backup center to have. I think that's probably the deal we're going to do unless something better pops up. Chris Boucher is the best deal, so we're going to do that. We also bring in Zaire Smith, which doesn't matter too much. And is there any other trades I want to do? I'll look into trading Pascal if we can throw a couple picks with him and get something a little bit better. I will definitely do that. But I would like to get another person that can play power forward for us. Christian Wood would be a good power forward. They're the same overall. So I don't know if it really makes sense to do that or not. But we'd also bring in Precious Achiuwa. I can bring in Rui Hachimura and Troy Brown Jr. I think I'm going to do that. It's not much of an upgrade. Rui's an 82. But it is something. So we got Steph, Klay, Kevin Porter Jr., Mo Bamba, James Wiseman, Rui Hachimura, Norman Powell, Chris Boucher, Troy Brown Jr., and Killian Hayes. So we don't actually have a small forward. Now that we have Troy Brown Jr., we can switch Norman Powell back to a small forward. I'm going to run Terrence Clark in the G League but I want to go make those 2 moves quick. So Norman Powell is going to go back to a shooting guard, and that's good. And now Terrence Clark is going to... We have to sign somebody, and then we're going to throw him in the G League. So we went out and we signed Jay Crowder so we can put Terrence Clark in the G League. And I saw when I was looking at the free agents, Lonzo Ball is here. He's expecting $29 million. I would look into trading Klay Thompson for someone that doesn't make as much money. If we could bring in Lonzo Ball to play backup for us, I would definitely look into doing that, but I need to see if there is a trade made for Klay that makes sense. And there's not... All these trades have a lot of money, which makes sense. Klay makes $37 million. None of those trades make sense, so we're not going to be able to bring in Lonzo Ball. But the lineup is now Steph, Klay, Kevin Porter Jr., Mo Bamba, James Wiseman, Rui Hachimura, Norman Powell, Chris Boucher, and Troy Brown Jr. Oh, and Killian Hayes. And then we sent Terrence Clark to the G League. So balance system is 4.5 stars now, which is good. We're going to keep it at that. We're going to simulate this season, and hopefully we can win ourselves a championship. So as our second season wrapped up, we ended up with 63 wins. Luka won MVP this year. Cade Cunningham did win Rookie of the Year. DeMarcus Cousins won 6th Man in Chicago. Anthony Davis won Defensive Player with the Lakers. And then Obi Toppin won Most Improved in Atlanta. Lloyd Pierce won Coach of the Year, even though they had 59 wins and we had 63. Stephen Curry did make All-NBA First Team. And nobody on first or second or third team. Rookie team, or defensive teams, we don't have anybody. And rookie team, obviously, we have James Wiseman. Yeah, so let's check out our stats before we get into the playoffs. I'm assuming we're the 1 seed. I didn't look. But Steph Curry averaged 28, Wiseman averaged 16, Klay averaged 15. If we don't win the championship, I might trade Klay because he's not performing up to what he should be. Kevin Porter Jr. played well. Rui Hachimura actually played really well. Bamba, Powell, everybody else played good. Killian Hayes, 6 points a game. Okay. We're the 1 seed. We're going up against OKC. So let's see who OKC all has. They have Chris Paul, Shea, Jimmy Butler. Wow. That's a 3-headed monster right there. Then Vernon Carey and N'Faly Dante. So their bench isn't much to call home about. Let's simulate this round. We go up 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, and we sweep them. Now Portland is up next. They have Dame, CJ, Musa, Nasir Little, and Yusuf Nurkic with Thompson, Leaf, Trent Jr., Marcus Gasol, and James Ennis off the bench, and Anthony Simons. Alright, so a little bit scared by this team, but we do win in 6, so that's good to see. Now we're going up against the Los Angeles Lakers, who still have LeBron and Anthony Davis. Also, they have Derrick Rose, Talen Horton-Tucker, and Steven Adams. So this is a really good team, too. The bench is okay. Let's simulate the round. We're tied 2-2. Let's simulate this next game here. Up 3-2. Okay, now let's simulate with Simcast, see if we can get Game 7. We start out pretty hot, but they are pretty close to us, and it's a tight game the entire way through. Going in the 4th, though, we get a decently comfortable lead, and we end up winning by 10 points. Now we're facing the Hawks in the NBA Finals. We're up 3-1, so let's simulate this one with Simcast here. And see if we can win in 5 games. If we do look like we're going to win, I'm going to hop in and see what happens here in the 4th quarter. So it looks like we are going to win. We've got about 4.5 minutes left. We're up by like 30-some. So we are going to jump in and just play a little bit, and then we'll see the celebration and everything. So I'll catch you guys in there. All right, so we're here with 3 minutes and 11 seconds left, and we're going to throw it in here to Steph. See if we can hit... Oh, wow, I just got stripped by Trae Young. Mo Bamba's going to block the crap out of him, and he does not. Wow. So yeah, this was definitely a good rebuild. I think that James Wiseman would fit really well with the team. So I think it was definitely something that the Warriors should look into doing, because Wiseman is such a intriguing prospect, and they definitely need help at the center, as that's definitely their worst position overall. Wow, shot clock violation. I was not paying attention at all. But yeah, so I think Wiseman would fit pretty well here with Golden State. Who is this? Thomas Bryant? Wow, Thomas Bryant with the green off the backboard there for the Hawks. If you guys want to see any other prospect rebuilds, let me know. We got Chris Boucher here looking like Kevin Durant wearing that 35 jersey. A Zaire Smith in the corner. See if he can get a bucket in the NBA Finals. And he cannot. He totally bricked that. So we're pretty much just playing with scrubs right now, which is fine. I just want to see the celebration more than anything. I've never really done that in any of my videos, and I feel like I haven't been recording too long, so I think I had a little bit of time to do that. So, and I just stepped out of bounds. This is terrible. JJ Barea is in the game, getting minutes in the finals. He hasn't had that since like 2011. Zaire Smith's trying to guard Bogdanovich here. Oh, Cam Reddish just blows by Jay Crowder too. Yeah, I would definitely like to do some more prospect ones depending on, what team you guys want to see and what player you want to see in all those teams. I did like the LaMelo Ball and Cade Cunningham Pistons one like last week, but I would like to do a bunch of 2020 ones, especially now that we know the NBA draft is going to be coming in like October, I believe, after the NBA Finals and everything do wrap up. But yeah, it should turn out to be a pretty interesting offseason because I think it's going to be really short with how the scheduling's turning out, especially for the teams that are going to be in the finals. For like the Timberwolves and all the other teams that aren't invited to go to Orlando and play there, it's not really that. It's not going to be a short offseason for them because they've been done for a while. So it's actually going to be really long, but they can't actually do any moves until the offseason actually starts. But they can, stay in shape and do all that, do some prospect scouting and everything. So it should be interesting for sure. So we are up by 25 still, and it's looking like we're going to pretty much just glide our way to the finish. Obviously, there's no chance of them coming back. So we're just going to run the clock down as much as we can, take a shot, and then we should be pretty much done and get into celebrating our NBA championship. Nothing that Golden State fans aren't used to. They have been very spoiled with some really good teams over the last 5-6 years. And then this year, it's kind of an off year because of all their injuries, but they were still a pretty decent team. We drained that one there, and we go up by 28 points. And I wonder if the Hawks will hold the last shot. Nope, they look like they're going to try and score, and they get stripped. And we're just going to hold for the last shot, see if we can get a buzzer beater and drop almost 150 on them. Troy Brown Jr. is going to be taking the last shot. Definitely not a guy you would normally think of to do that, but he's going to be way out in Steph range, and he bricks it. But we do end up winning the championship. I'll let you guys enjoy the celebration. Other than that, it's been TKE. It's been real. Peace out.